There are a lot of ghost stories from history, but have you heard of the haunted island of Poveglia? Poveglia is a small island located between Venice and Lido in the Venetian lagoon, Italy, and is one of the country's darkest secrets. The island has a dark and tragic history, having been used as a quarantine station for plague victims in the 18th and 19th centuries, and later as a cruel asylum for the mentally ill. In the 17th century, the plague broke out in Italy. The island became a checkpoint for all people and goods arriving in or leaving Venice by sea. In what may remind us of the initial stories about the outbreak of the corona epidemic, 2 of these ships had several cases of infection. The ships were not allowed to continue on their way, and they were forced to anchor there for at least 40 days. Anyone who was under isolation on the island, for one reason or another, was not allowed to pass and was actually condemned to die there. Under Napoleon's reign, at the beginning of the 19th century, the role of Poveglia Plague Island became permanent. Venice's Leper Island was born and quickly became the island of the dead, so the terminally ill or those suffering from infectious diseases were sent there. According to estimates, a total of 100,000 to 150,000 people died on the island throughout history, depending on who you ask. The most important thing is that people who have been here swear that this place has unusual supernatural activity, more extreme than anything they have experienced. The stories are from the repertoire of horror movies, creepy voices at night, ghosts that touch or do boo, shouts of "get away from the island and never look back," or even the same doctor who still rings the bell at the top of the tower from which he jumped. Death is here, everywhere you look, reminder of that awful Poveglia Island history. Researchers note that the island's soil is composed of ashes and bones, literally. According to the evidence, more than half of the island's soil is composed of human remains such as these. In one of the parts of Poveglia Island horror scenes, you will find a wall on which is written in Latin, "Do not dig, because those who suffered rest here," with an indication of the date this sentence was written, 1793. It is said that the stench of death is still present here, perhaps because some of the Poveglia Island bodies were not burned or even wrapped properly. Other myths are that the bones of the victims still occasionally wash ashore, to this day.